He goes, tell me why you don't like the ears and tail done. And she goes, well, I think it's cruel to cut the dog's ear off. He goes, okay.
What actually caused this to come about? The actual cropping. I mean the potential ban for this particular area.
Well, what it is, it's the PETA people, for starters. They
Wow.
work with their local humane society and SPCA and things like that. And the very sad part is that, let me explain this like this. Last Sunday, I went to training with Tony Pilata. He has nice, beautiful training facility, lots of people there, lots of dogs, and he saw me with one of my Dobermans in the corner. I have some people in there with my clients go there, and then he, I guess it kind of, he went, yeah, let's just put it out and see what happens. He goes, who is in favor for cropping and docking? So three-quarters of the place put their hand up. He says, who is against it? And then two women put their hands up. Each one had a, one had a German Shepherd and the other lady had some little fluffy dog. I don't know what breed it is. But anyways, and then he said, I don't want to single you out. He was very polite and very straight up. He says, I just want to see why. He goes, tell me why you don't like the ears and tail done. And she goes, well, I think it's cruel to cut the dog's ear off. He goes, okay. What about the tail? She goes, the same. Why would you cut the tail off a dog? The dog needs a tail. And the other lady, she says, yeah, me too. Then he explained to them about 3,000 years ago when the cane corsos were used for battle in war with the Romans, and how they realized that if they cut the ears off and the tail off, that their dogs have less infection, okay,
Mm-hmm.
as the floppy ear, never mind ear infections, ear mites, and all what everybody else says. They were not getting any hematopin on the ears that had to be drained. They were not, and back then they had, I guess, lots of insects. So deer flies, horse flies that latch onto the bottom of the ear where it's the thinnest, because the top they can't get through. They have to go to the
Right.
bottom. And they would suck the blood out of them and also give them parasites, right? And then the tail was cut off for the simple fact that in battle, okay, the dog is whacking his tail fighting. It gets smacked and it gets broken, it gets damaged. And then back then, right, there was no veterinarian services. So what they did is they realized if we cut the ears and the tail off, mind you, with no anesthetic back 3,000 years ago, our dogs live healthier and longer and we can use them as soldiers, right? So
Mm-hmm.
we're not talking using our Doberman as a soldier, but it's the same thing.